Trying to go into social interactions as somebody with social anxiety without being in my head was like trying to get into a swimming pool without getting wet. It's impossible. I'd go into social situations and be immediately bombarded with a horde of anxious thoughts about what everyone else was thinking about me. And the biggest problem was that the thoughts were inescapable. I'd try positive self-talk. I'd try convincing myself no one else was thinking about me. I'd try relaxation techniques, which did absolutely nothing for me. And negative feelings you try to suppress will persist. The more I tried to get out of my head, the worse the negative thoughts got. And after multiple years and countless bad social experiences, I had still made zero progress against these insecure thoughts. It was at wit's end and in the loneliest period of my life that I finally realized something. I had made no progress up to this point because I was fighting the entirely wrong battle. Welcome to day 8 of my new series, Raw Social, where I'm teaching you the raw, unfiltered, practical social skills advice that took me from mad socially anxious to pretty damn socially confident. Fearing other people's judgment of me wasn't a fear of mine, it was the root of my social anxiety. If I could overcome my fear of judgment, I would be free of this whole social anxiety thing. Easier said than done. The problem was how bloody difficult it was to overcome these kinds of insecure thoughts. It seemed like none of my efforts to reassure myself or think differently made any difference. The insecure thoughts persisted. Now I've learned in life that oftentimes if you are trying and your efforts are being wasted, you need to step back, rethink, and take a different approach. So instead of taking the insecure thoughts head on, I completely overlooked them to find the root of the problem underneath it all. And that's when I had a deep realization. My problem wasn't really the fear of judgment. That was the symptom of the deeper, darker issue at hand. My real issue was not the fear of external judgments, but my own internal judgments of myself. See, if my problem was the fear of judgment, then in those times when I shared certain insecurities of mine to my friends, and they responded with confusion and a very clear, no one is thinking that about you, then my fear of judgment over my insecurity would have disappeared. Yet it didn't. You know when someone tells you an insecurity they have and you react with confusion? You're like, I seriously don't get how you struggle with thinking that about yourself. And yet no matter how much you tell someone this, the person still persists in their insecure mindset. That's because it's an issue of negative self-judgment that they are then projecting onto what they assume everyone else is thinking about. Instead of focusing on overcoming their insecure thoughts like I used to, they simply need to create a better self-image of themselves in their own mind. By doing that, you no longer have the negative self-judgments to project onto what you assume other people think of you.